Hi, my name is Michi Held. Welcome to Daily Drum Lesson. Over the past few months it has been a bit quiet here on the channel, but now I'm back and ready to take over YouTube. As you can see, everything looks a bit different here, and that is because I'm actually in a new studio. Well, kind of. I just rented the room next door. I'm my own neighbor now, and I finally have a dedicated recording space. And I don't always have to move stuff from point A to point B just to make it look good on camera. The old room is just behind that wall. I thought a lot about what the first video in my new favorite space should be. And I realized, let's make it about the most important groove in all of pop music. The go-to groove if you want to make people dance. 4 on the floor. Here we go. Okay, first of all, the name 4 on the floor has nothing to do with the floor tom. We are basically stomping 4 notes per measure on the floor, where the bass drum pedal happens to be. So we are playing quarter notes on the kick drum. And nothing can push a groove as hard as that. The snare is on count 2 and 4. The hi-hat plays 8th notes. And when you look at it, it looks really simple, and that is because it is. And on the other hand, it isn't. Yeah, it's one of those grooves. There is a lot that can go wrong. So let's talk about that. The first thing is you have to avoid flams between the kick and the snare at all cost. As soon as they don't hit exactly at the same time, the whole thing will just fall apart. The other thing that can go wrong is the hi-hat. Many drummers, me included, have a tendency to always go for this whipping motion to get an accent on the downbeats when you play 8th notes on the hi-hat. And that is the exact opposite of what you actually want. Try to go for no dynamics at all. I will play both versions for you. No dynamics and the accents on the downbeats. And you will hear how it loses a lot of its drive when I start to introduce dynamics. If you want to use this whipping motion, you should turn it around and accent all the offbeats. This will give the whole groove more of an electronic vibe, but it works really well. Let me show you how that sounds. I will switch between the unaccented hi-hat and the offbeat accents. Here we go. If you want to give it even more of an electronic feel, try to just play the offbeats. You can also open the hi-hat a tiny bit. If you want to take that electronic thing even further, try to go for 2/16 notes followed by 1/8 note and open that ever so slightly and you will get something straight out of Berghain. Enough techno for today, I promise. Let's have a look at what we can do in a pop context with this groove. And the first thing, most drummers, and again me most definitely included, always go for ghost notes when it comes to variations. But with this groove, I just don't like it. I try to avoid ghost notes when I go for a 4 on the floor groove. I think it just takes away from that drive and that heavy pumping feel. Maybe if you throw some in every couple of measures, but I'm just not a fan. Let me play it for you with some ghosts. I just throw in whatever I feel and I think you will know what I mean. So what I like to do instead is to play some interesting hi-hat patterns to give it some more spice. And I will show you some of my favorites right now. The first comes directly from the most overused ghost note pattern of all time. And we start with that. Ghost note on 2A and 3E. Here we go. If you now move these ghost notes to the hi-hat and leave out the hi-hat on count 3, you get 1, 2, right, left, kick, left, right, 4. 1, 2, right, left, kick, left, right, 4. Let me show you on the kit. Another pattern I like to use is a little 5-stroke roll leading into count 1. Very subtle, but equally cool. And the third and last variation for today is, instead of going for 2 8th notes in the beginning, we go for a 16th note and a dotted 8th note. So this one works really well on its own or with a 5-stroke roll leading into it. I will play both versions for you back to back. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you like this, please subscribe to the channel, Leave a like. If you want to make more videos like this possible, consider donating to my Patreon campaign. I'm glad I'm back, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye bye.